Second. Have a motion second to accept the agenda with flexibility. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Hey, Tony, old business.
The only thing I have is, Gary had talked to us about, cleaning up ordinance 2018-10-01A, dealing with the courthouse lawn gazebo. We'd like to get authority to be able to work with Gary and get that cleaned up, be presented at a future meeting.
Make a motion allow Gary to work with county attorney to work on the agenda for the gazebo.
Second.
Have a motion second to allow Gary to work with the county attorney, reference the ordinance for use of the gazebo in the courthouse area. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
That's all I have.
That's all you have. Okay, Brett Hayes, community corrections.
Hello.
Morning.
Back in March, the solid waste district changed their policies as far as allowing trash to be dumped at the solid waste district. Since then, the LaGrange work crews have not been able to pick up the trash in LaGrange County because we don't have a place to put it. I have recently spoken with Stephen Bender from Topeka.
Stewart.
Stewart.
Oh, sorry, Stewart.
It's okay.
And we are now able to use those dumpsters for the trash collected in Topeka. So again, my question to you, I've reached out to Shipshewana, LaGrange, and Wolcottville. I have not heard a response yet. I plan on just going to LaGrange Town Hall while I'm here to see if we can use those dumpsters. For trash that is outside of those municipalities, is it possible to use the LaGrange County dumpsters to deposit the LaGrange County trash that is picked up alongside the road?
So what kind of trash are we talking about?
It could range from just your regular household trash. Sometimes there's exotic items like mattresses, whole TVs. We found half a boat one time. These are not the norms, but the norm is just regular trash.
And how often do you do that here in LaGrange County?
We do it pretty much every single weekend.
Okay.
How many, and this is a shot in the dark, but like how many average bags of trash do you have?
Well, since we haven't been able to do it since March, it's going to be a lot. When the snow hits, we're not going to be able to see the trash. We're looking for winter work as well, something on, inside. And Stuart said that we could do stuff at the fire station. But I'm going to talk to the other municipalities, see what we can do inside. It's not going to be a lot in the winter.
You have not picked up in LaGrange County since March? Is that what I
Correct.
understand?
Correct. We don't have anywhere to put it.
How, this is the first I've heard of it. I'm just curious, have you notified anyone since March
Have I notified anybody?
that you weren't picking up?
I went in front of you in March asking for the ability to dispose of the trash.
I don't know why you didn't come back sooner, but I know we talked about it back in March. Trying to figure out, we had a couple options, but waiting for you to come back with us. And
I mean, I'm not opposed to figuring out, we just have to know what size dumpster we're gonna need, because we don't have lots of dumpsters around. I mean, I think Highway has a small one. Nothing against them, just, there's probably one out here.
Here. We
And
probably have to
probably
have
one
one
at the
just
health
for that, though,
Health department.
Probably, yeah, they probably one at the health department.
much they're gonna pick up first few rounds. Wow.
It's usually spring.
I
That's
see.
the busiest.
Have it since March.
I don't know what they would charge us for an extra dump, like if we had them come on a Monday if they're doing it over the weekend. I don't know. It's something to have to find out. Oh, Parks has them too. Mary's trying to be quiet back there.
Yeah, but I mean, you pick up in LaGrange here. I mean,
It's
everybody.
either they pick it up or the county highway picks it up. It's gonna be the option.
Yeah.
That's the option we're looking at. So I know Aaron doesn't like to hear that, but that's what's gonna happen if they don't pick it up. So we need to find a dumpster to put
Yeah,
it
we do.
somewhere for them to use.
So we're-
That's simple.
Where could we set one? I mean, I think we're gonna have one for them initially, and then
Can we set them out here at where do you got one at the highway department now?
Well, I think we could do a couple options. I think we could get a bigger one at the highway. Let them dump there, or potentially compost that centralized, keep it behind the locked gate and let them dump behind the locked gate.
Yeah, it'd be nice to keep it locked, because otherwise if you don't, people are gonna be dumping in it.
You'd have to make sure though that the trash company has or is there on the day that we're there.
Correct.
When they pick it up, yeah.
Right.
yeah, well, somebody'd have to go unlock it.
Yeah, I don't know. What size dumpster you have now? 2 yard, 3 yard?
I think we have
Probably a 2.
1 or 2 yard. It's
We can get it, you can get a locked dumpster too. They can put a lock bar on it, so people can't use it when it's not being used. I mean, it'd be easy to set out where the garbage company can get it picked up. We just get a bigger one for the highway department and.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's
Just
do that.
maybe double. I mean, if you got it, I would, man, is it about chest high?
It's not
Probably a
big
2
enough.
yard. It's probably a 2 yard. You might have to get like
Yeah,
a
it's big
4.
4, yeah.
If he fills that one up, I guess we'll just have to get 2 of them.
Get another one.
Park a truck beside it, and after they dump it, toss it in.
Well, let's just have him. That's admin, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. We can just have Aaron get a bigger one for the highway department. You can dump down there at the highway department.
Okay.
Does that work?
That works great. Thank you.
We'll notify you for sure when it's in place, so you know, so that before the dumpster's there.
Okay.
Yeah, either Aaron or myself will notify you.
Okay. Thank you.
but-
Okay, Aaron,
Good morning.
Yeah.
First thing on the agenda is a ordinance for a special emergency purchase. I worked with the legal team on drafting this up. This is for the bucket truck that we need in a very timely manner. The amount on that with a 2-year additional service for the certification for the electrical and lift is in the amount of $196,000, $196,097. I did pass that out to you. It's got the agreement in there with the ordinance, so I don't know if we need to pass the ordinance and then the purchase agreement, or if we can do them.
yeah, we have to do the ordinance first.
Okay, so
Not the signed one, but I mean, not the one we have to sign. We got this one here. One was given to us last week.
So ordinance authorizing a special purchase, does declare that there's an emergency, because, and basically it's an emergency of preparedness. If something would happen right now, a nasty storm or something, we'd be in trouble, so that constitutes the emergency.
There's a second reading on that too.
Okay. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-11-03A. Special purchase for the county, for the highway department.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the ordinance for the special purchase for the highway department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Motion to waive second reading.
Second.
A motion second to waive second reading. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now the purchase.
Yeah. I'll
What's
make
that?
a motion to purchase from Alltech. A bucket boom truck. I'm not sure exactly what you call it, but
yep.
for $196,097.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to purchase the bucket boom truck from Alltech for the highway department for $196,000 and 96.97. I was gonna put next one in there.
I know.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
All right, second item on the agenda is, I solicited 3 quotes for a lift gate for our second service truck. Debbie A. Jones was the only one, can meet our timeline by the end of the year. We're gonna install a lift gate, put helper springs on it. That amount is $7,697. And that should be able to be complete by the end of this calendar year. And we do have the funds appropriated.
We're okay with that. Motion approved highway to purchase from W.A. Jones, a Tommy gate installed for $7,697.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the lift gate from W.A. Jones. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
This is all presidents.
Have you signed that?
Last thing on the item, I think we were going to talk about the closing date for the compost site. Kind of what we proposed, I believe, was the 29th of November. I did talk to the attendant. He could see it through to the end minus Thanksgiving Day. But if you guys are in favor for the November 29th being the last day, we can move forward with that.
I mean, I don't think it's, I would hope the leaves will be down by then. And you're only talking
I'll give them in the spring.
26 days, so.
I make a motion, excuse me, I make a motion to approve closing the compost site this year on, excuse me, November 29th.
Second.
Motion, we have a motion and a second to close the compost site on November 29th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
All right, that's it.
It'll open back up in the spring.
Yep.
Just in case somebody hears this and they, what, we're closing it again?
Thank you.
Get ready. All right. We have planning department, we have a rezone position. I know that they've already had a public hearing on this, but I asked Mr. Standard to give us a 5-minute update on this rezone, so all 3 of us can hear this at once. I know that's not normally what we do, but I felt that the only time we can talk to all 3 of us at once is right now. So, Mr. Standard, you have 5 minutes.
For you. There's no quiz, so you're not that.
I give it to him.
So my petition was to zone from B3 to A2, and I think you all know where the property is. And the reason for it is so I can either develop or sell the property. And I've come to the conclusion that this B3 zoning actually becomes a burden on the property. And here's why. In March of this year, I was contacted by Economic Development Commission, and they wanted to do a site readiness study on this because they wanted to promote the sale of this land to encourage economic development. Well, they got a grant through REMC and Wabash Power to conduct the study. We had a meeting in July. We met with NIPSCO, REMC, Town of LaGrange, County Council members were there. Wabash Valley Power Alliance was there. Utility District, the Plan Commission was represented, the EDC, Senator Glick, and they hired Banning Engineering out of Indianapolis to conduct the study. And here's the results of the study. They contacted NIPSCO to do an engineering study on this land. And we found out that NIPSCO has a 4-inch gas line there that doesn't have the pressure to support a commercial development or an industrial building. We also looked at a sewer extension. Sewer is at 200 north, so we have to extend it 3,000 feet to my property. Ballpark estimate, 3,000 feet level land to extend sewer is about $800,000. I contacted INDOT about a commercial highway cut. Commercial highway cut there, the estimate was $200,000 to $400,000 for a highway cut. I did a highway cut there 30 years ago, and it was $120,000 back then. So we're like at $1.3 million to extend the infrastructure there, and the land hasn't been purchased yet. So that led to this finding from this Banning Engineering. It's an 88-page report if you want to see it, but I'll quote it. It says, due to the high cost of the extension of utilities to the site, it made it evident that the Stanner property is unfeasible for development at this time. So if you look at the first page of your handout on this B3, you're going to see what's allowed in B3. And if you look down through there, you'll see car wash, convenience store, hospital, hotel, motel, marina, offices, restaurant, big box stores, retail services, shopping centers. If you look through that list, you're going to see very few of them that can occupy this land without the benefit of municipal sewer or adequate natural gas or access off of State Road 9. So it puts me in a compromised position, as there's not going to be very many potential buyers for business-owned property that doesn't have the necessary infrastructure. Still felt, and I've known this for years, that there wasn't sewer out there, still felt that there could be a market for it because there was a limited amount of land in LaGrange County zoned for business. Very few acres zoned for business. And so I thought that would still drive potential buyers. That all changed with the advent of this new unified development ordinance. This has completely changed the dynamics of the real estate market in LaGrange County. Take a look at page 2. And what you'll see there is the advent of this brand new zoning district called A2, Rural Business Industrial. And this district not only allows business uses, many of which overlap with B3, but it also allows residential uses, which includes agricultural buildings, livestock, also includes agricultural operations, as well as industrial uses, which encompasses manufacturing or production. So obviously this zoning classification far exceeds the potential use of B3, yet many of the B3 intended uses are clearly within this A2 district, and so they have a competitive edge by doing that. Take a look at the third page of your handout, and let's see how much A2 property this new business zoned property is, this rural business zone property. You take a look at that page and you'll see the left side of your map, the west side of the county that is shaded in light green outlines the area that is now zoned A2. It represents over 100,000 acres of now business zone land, potential business zone land. I think you would agree that 100,000 acres of new business zone land is a lot to compete with. So I asked the question of myself, and I asked Robbie about this. What can I do in B3 that we can't do in A2? What's the possibility? And the answer is big box stores. They don't want Walmart in A2 zones. They want Walmart in B3. So I could sell to Walmart or Rural King or TSC or Walgreens or CVS, Holiday Inn Express, Bob Evans, okay?
Hey, Jerry,
All be a welcome addition.
I'm gonna have to stop you there. We're 5 minutes, so,
Okay.
yeah, I can understand what you're saying here, so, so, you guys have any questions for Mr. Stanner?
The only question I have, I'm not sure how to ask Jerry, Mr. Stanner. Have you had interested parties looking at that property?
I have had calls. Yeah, and the calls result like this. I have a small engine repair shop. I want to build a 7,500 square foot building on there. Can I do that? And I say, yes. And they said, can I build a house there with it? And I said, no. I want to put my cabinet shop there. Can I do that? Are you going to manufacture there? No, you can't do it, but you can do it across the street because that's A2 across the street. And I've heard that that's on page 4, by the way. I've heard the argument, we don't want a chicken house there. Okay. And you can put a chicken house across the street. And I've heard the argument that we don't want Amish buggies out there because of safety. If you look at your map, you'll see that A2 lines all the state highways with the exception of State Road 3, mostly on both sides of the road. It's all zoned A2. There's over 80 miles of frontage on highways in LaGrange County that's zoned A2. that you could have Amish and Amish buggies there. And with selling to the large box stores, they all have one thing in common. They won't come without sewer. They have to have that. That's part of their protocol. I've talked to them and they won't come.
All right, thanks. Anything else?
I have nothing
You want to
else.
ask Robbie a question?
Yeah,
Robbie?
I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks, Mr. Stanner.
in your, I mean, obviously you've been doing this for a while. You're not new at this. What do you think is the best use of this? And I'm not asking you to just to tell me. I'm not asking you to just tell me what the board said, because I know that's kind of what you do for the most part. You give it to them and let them make a decision, which is fine.
Yes.
But if I came to you with this, what would your advice be to me? From your position, not, this would be like before I went to the board.
Well, I was part of the engineering study,
Mhm.
and after hearing Banning Engineering, I agreed with Jerry that the property is not going to be suitable for B3 for the big box stores.
Mhm.
There's a lot of smaller businesses that can go in there that can operate off of a septic system and have the public water if needed. So there's no clear path on this one. I can easily say that it should be A2, but I also believe that it could stay B3. And that's just a tough one. It could be zoned. You brought up staff about a PUD,
Mhm.
which could be the mixed zoning. It could be B3 along State Road 9 and have the agricultural to the west of that. So there would be specific areas that
Mhm.
this is for business and this is for residential.
Okay.
So I think the best use of the property would probably be a mixed zoning
Mhm.
instead of just flat out A2 or B3.
I mean, was that an option that the
We didn't talk
plan
about
commission
that.
talked about or anything?
No, the plan commission discussed it. They talked about utilities. They believed that it should stay B3 because of the B3 corridor there along State Road 9, which I gave you a map
Mhm. Yeah.
that showed it.
Okay, so it's B3. There's really not a plan to put sewer or water down through there, correct? I mean,
Not
that
to my
we know of,
knowledge.
anybody?
Not to my knowledge. It would have
Should
to
we
come
be-
from the town of LaGrange, I
Right.
believe.
Should we be looking at the whole quarter? Is the whole quarter good for B3 if there's never going to be that?
Well, we have several B3s in there
Mhm.
currently. We have LaGrange County Regional Utility District. To the north of this, we have a small construction company. To the north of that is Greenmark.
Right.
Um,
I'm not
across the
saying
road-
we should. I'm just
Right.
asking the question because I
It's
don't.
been B3 for 50 years.
Jerry,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, thanks.
Robbie, would you happen to know, as I understand it, Greenmark had water line.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Mhm.
Can
They
anyone
extended.
tap into that? Or is that
I
exclusive to
believe it's-
Greenmark?
I believe it still belongs to the town of LaGrange. I mean, I
Okay.
think they paid for the extension, but I
To have it
believe
ran.
the
All right.
utilities
They'd
for
have,
this town
That
of
makes
LaGrange.
sense.
you could tap into it, you'd
Yeah.
have to pay for it, but yeah. The thing is getting the sewer line up there. Who's gonna pay for a sewer line? I don't want to see the county ever doing it. I just don't see that. I
I mean,
mean,
develop it, almost have to.
if the county wanted to develop, yes, but I just,
I mean, I think, in my opinion, I think the best case for this is the mixed use like you talked about. But we don't have that as an option. I guess we can't change it to whatever we want, can we?
Never discussed it.
No. No, it would have to go back through the plan commission. It would have to have a preliminary PUD, planned unit development created on the property.
Mhm.
It would have to go back through to the plan commission to give it a recommendation again. That would be presented to the commissioners.
So Robbie, someone would have to come in and request the PUD,
Mhm.
correct? Okay. Which limits it to whatever they're going to do there at that time.
So a PUD can be done in two phases. You can do the preliminary and then a final, or you can do it all at once. Most of the PUDs we have seen has been the complete package because they know exactly what they're doing there.
Mhm.
So we have one, which is where the feed store is, the farm store is on 200, which is a preliminary PUD that has some small industrial area in it, has B3,
Mhm.
There's no residential in that one. It's just strictly a mixed-use business PUD. That has not been finalized. It's just a preliminary. They have 2 years to finalize it. So it could be the same thing with this one. It could be a preliminary PUD, which showed the up to 4 or 6 lots, however it was deemed they wanted to do, keeping the business area right at State Road 9 and then having residential to the west of it, which would be A2, could be easily A2 zoning for that.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Anything else?
Anything else?
No.
Thanks, Robbie.
Anything else? Well, I've got to say, my biggest concern, and first of all, I appreciate, Sherry, what you've done. You've done a lot of research and we learned a lot from it, I have to be very honest with you. I have to tell you though, my biggest concern in A2 is the residential uses. They can put up to 14 homes on those, on that property. That is me personally, is a real concern. I trying to think for the county and.
They can do the same across the street in
Mhm.
They can do it anywhere in A2. Not with 100,000.
I don't think you ever see a subdivision in there because, you gotta have sewer.
Yeah.
Unless they make the lots big enough for septic, but I don't know if the health department would do that or not, so probably not. But, so Tony, I'm gonna ask you, we got the, either approve the ordinance or not.
Yep, I've got ordinance here to approve and ordinance to reject. You guys have to decide. Plan commission or zoning already sent a negative recommendation.
Yep.
And it's up to you guys to either accept Mr. Tanner's proposal or reject it.
Like I said, I'd like to see it as a planned unit development. That's, to me, that would make a lot of sense because you could still do the business there, but yet you could restrict how many houses can go on it in a PUD.
Well, I'm gonna have to say it, I guess. At this point, I am against rezoning.
Well, we got 2 ordinance, so somebody needs to make a motion for which one they want to do and we'll go from there.
I don't think all three of us have came up with
You know,
what we want to do. It's just a tough one. I understand what
did-
Jerry wants and I don't blame him, but.
I just feel like he could still do what he wants out there if we put it into the mixed use development. I think, from what he's told us. And I know it's more steps, but I think that it could be done.
well, again, we have to,
Yeah.
you'd have to,
So let's see. So I'd have to make a motion to
Reject.
approve, wouldn't we be approving what the plan commission did?
Be rejecting the map amendment.
no, I think he wants to,
If I was gonna said, okay, I don't like it as an A2, I think it needs to be the other development, then I would be agreeing with the plan commission.
Right, which would be rejecting the map amendment, the proposed map amendment.
Is that right?
Hey, Robbie?
So they are agreeing with the plan commission, so they are giving it an unfavorable recommendation.
Proposal would be.
but you want him to go back and do the,
I mean, I think if there's a way for him to still do something there, but it be approved, so there's
But we're
not.
deciding between A2 and B3 today. We can't,
Correct, yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. He'd still have the option to go to them and say, hey, I
Correct.
want to put it into a planned use development. I'm just making sure there's still an option for if he wants to do some kind of development out there.
Go ahead.
So I would make a motion to reject the zoning map.
I'll second it.
I guess.
This would be B.
so it's that ordinance there.
You'll see on page 3 where it says rejected.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-11-03B, which is rejecting the change in zoning.
Second.
We have a motion to second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Aye. Thanks, Jerry. We got another one here for planning and zoning density study on animal feeding operations. I've asked to be this be brought up, so I'd like for have the planning and zoning to look at a density study on the confined feeding operations. I think if you look at the map that was given to us, I don't know if you've seen that one or not.
Oh, yeah.
Peter. It's an issue. It's becoming more of an issue. They just, they put them on top of each other. I have over 14 now within a mile of my house. Just all around the block.
Shows them one place to live.
So I just think it's something we need to look at and, but I have to give Robbie direction to meet with the planning and zoning to start doing that. So I don't know what you guys think.
I agree. Looking at that,
I mean, we definitely need to look at it, make sure that we're not getting too many, getting
Yeah.
too tight, I mean, I know there's setbacks, but you're talking 29,900 birds or whatever it is. 14 of those within a mile. I don't know if that's what it is, but if there is 14 of those within a mile, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is. We got 2 new ones going up.
So I would make a motion to approve Robbie to work with the zoning board, planning and zoning board to look at it and see what needs to be done, if anything.
second, second that motion.
Our motion is second to ask planning and zoning director to work with planning and zoning committee about density study for the LaGrange County for confined feeding operations. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. There you go, Robbie. Recorder. We have a fiddler contract. Is that?
Just said it was going to be Mark's anyways. Makes sense.
Yep, stepping in for Sheila there on her extension of the contract for the Fiddler software. It's just an extension for a little bit of higher price difference and then to lock the pricing down for 5 years.
Our office did review it, and the price increases
If
right
you-
around 2%, so.
Yeah, it was pretty reasonable, I think.
Yeah.
And you guys are okay with the contract? Looked okay. I'd make a motion to approve the contract with Fiddler for the recorder.
Second.
We have a motion second to approve the contract with Fiddler for the recorder's office. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mary?
Mark, do you have a contract?
Not on email. I thought she sent it in to you guys. If not, I can.
I can get it to you.
Okay. We signed outside of the meeting.
It'll be signed outside the meeting because we don't have it on us.
You're gonna need a motion for that one.
I'll make a motion that we have the president sign it outside the public meeting since it's not here today.
Second.
We have a motion second to have the president sign outside of meeting the Fiddler contract when they find it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, Mary?
So we've received around $10,000 in donations for the trail lights, plus the park board has approved $4,000 out of our budget, and we're still getting more donations in. So I would like your approval to spend up to $20,000 on trail of lights.
I'll make a motion that we approve the park department to spend up to 20,000 as long as that's what they get in donations on the trail of lights.
Second.
We have a motion second to allow the Parks Department to spend up to 20,000 donations they receive for the lights for the Parks Department. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
I'm gonna slip Bill in there before Jeff, so.
When I was here at your last meeting, we approved for the programmable sign contract. When I reached out to them to get an invoice, they need an updated quote with the 3-year price that we decided on last time. So that's all it is. The price hasn't changed. It's $2,422.50 for 3 years. So I just need approval and have Terry sign that.
Couldn't sign the 1-year agreement because we went with 3. So
Yes.
they didn't send him 3 years.
Yeah, they can't do an invoice off the 1 year.
I signed the 1 year, but it didn't.
I'll make a motion to approve the current,
Right.
what we already approved, the 3-year at the same price and have the president sign it.
Second.
Yeah, motion second to approve the 3-year contract from EMA on the lighted sign and have the president sign. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You have it, Bill, or?
I gave a copy to Kathy.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay, Jeff, Purdue?
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Jeff.
Last week I sent Kathy a copy of our proposed contract arrangements with Purdue. And it's an annual contract that it's an agreement between Purdue and county. So.
Sure, it's,
Review it.
I'd say pretty standard as usual. Yeah. I'd make a motion to approve the contract with Purdue extension.
Second. Excuse me, second that.
We have a motion second to approve the contract between LaGrange County and Purdue University Extension. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
So I can sign both of them. Okay, surveyor.
Morning.
Morning, Zach.
I'd just like you guys to give me approval to go in front of council to propose a alternative method for financing our regulated drains, open ditches and tiles. I started here a little over 8 years ago, been county surveyor for 7 years. This new system isn't perfect. It has some drawbacks. I believe we can try to work around those drawbacks. But I'd like to talk to council to get any concerns they may have going forth with it. We've reached a point in the surveyor's office where we've either got to stop work or hire another person on or kind of change how we do things just because of demographics of LaGrange County. And I told Sam when she started 7 years ago, I said, let me know when we get to the point where we turn too many on. And she just told me last year, we're about that point. So other surveyors' offices have a larger staff to maintain this type of system. And really it's a few deadlines of the year we have to work around. So, and maybe the council might have some ideas on how I can still keep moving forward, but address those deadlines if there's other methods. So if LaGrange didn't have as many splits, as many transfers, it'd be a lot easier to maintain these tiles than just under our current system. But there's a lot going on, and it gets very cumbersome certain times of the year when we have to go out and figure all those drains and tiles. So, and the more I turn on, the more complex it gets. And I'd like to, if you guys have any questions, I'd like to answer those today or later on, but at least I'd like to go and present to council. I have concerns as well, just as I know they will, looking into it, but at least have the discussion with them at their next meeting or the meeting after, whenever they're available to listen.
Zach, I like the plan. I like what you've done. My only concern is agreement with the towns. I know that's up to them, and if they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
But
That's a draw. That's one of the
Yeah,
one of the two main drawbacks. You're right, Kevin.
that's my only concern with it.
And my concern is another tax on people. You know, I got some reservations about that. You know, we're gonna be taken away from this and we're gonna have to put it into this, and where's that money come from, especially with SB1? Who knows what SB1 is gonna look like when it's finally all done?
And nobody.
And nobody does. I think at this point, I think it's gonna be changed the next year or two, so I don't know, but so are we, I guess my question is, are we giving him a positive recommendation from the commissioners to go to the council, or just giving permission to go to the council and talk to them?
Yeah, I'll take
I think
I'll
this
take
point,
neutral
you
at this
just want
point
to
just to
discuss it
go.
with the
Yes,
council.
correct.
You're not asking for money. You're not asking for.
You guys
approval.
have had concerns. If you have
Yeah.
any additional concerns, I want to address those. Two main were the towns and also funding it. I have some ideas. I've actually talked to some state legislators to talk about this. So if the council's concerns are the same as your guys's, it's something I want to pass right away, but get things put in place. This is for this is a long-term decision for LaGrange County. This isn't something I'm looking at just, oh, it's going to a year or two. this is how, not just for me, whoever takes this job next after me, is gonna be, my gosh, I'm glad Zach did that, set somebody up for the future for success as well, not just serve myself while I'm in office here. Rex was a surveyor for 30 years, worked here for 40 years. He even told me when he left and I was taking over, he was pretty lax on the drains. He said, I never really took much of and you could tell by a lot of our drain systems, he was pretty lax for 30 years. The consequence of that is we've kind of taken an aggressive approach at it, and we've done a lot of things, but we're at a kind of a plateau point of where we go next if we're going to continue this pace. Worst case scenario is we just kind of go slower, and that's fine too. But I'm not one of those people we'll just go slower. It's hard to serve the public in a capacity in our current drain system when some of the issues we have are pretty small, but to address them, the task is very large. This kind of transfers that work not to be such a large task to fix a $1,000 blowhole on a tile system. And there are other options, but I'm not all for this, but I'm more for it and against than how we do it now, given our current parameters in the office, the demographics of the county. And there are some challenges. It's not perfect, but we've had roundtable discussions. Tony sat in on those. Some drainage board members sat in on it. After hearing about it, they know the drawbacks well, and they've struggled with it, but they see it as a benefit long-term for the county. And I do too, unfortunately, at this point. So.
All right, well, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, yeah, let him talk to the.
I'd like
I
to
don't
let him
have-
talk to it. I make a motion to let our surveyor discuss with the council the cumulative funding.
I think my main two concerns were the
Towns and.
towns, and then where does the money come from? Because it's got to come from something we already have.
Yeah,
My other concern is the funding was also,
Right.
as Terry said, where are we taking it from?
Right.
So-
So I'll second the motion.
okay, you're
I have one more
fine.
thing, but that's
All
okay. Good.
We have a motion second to allow Zach to go to the council and give him his spiel. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Accounts payable. Do you guys see anything?
And nothing outstanding. Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion second to approve accounts payable. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Minutes from October 20th, 2025.
I read through them. I don't see any changes, additions, corrections. Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion second to approve the minutes from October 20th, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Memorandum from the staff meeting from October 29th and the executive session from October 29th. All those. Getting ahead of myself.
Motion to approve the memorandum from staff and executive.
Second.
We have a motion second to approve memorandums. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You guys have anything else?
I have nothing today.
I don't think so.
Anything?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. You can tell Kurt that it was my idea.